Okay. My name is Felicia, and I'm pawning this ring. And the reason that I'm pawning this ring, it's sort of like me freeing myself from the bad past that I've had with this ring. This ring is attached to a man that was abusive, and so by pawning this ring, you know, I'm saying goodbye to my past. So I was looking through the paper, and I saw this beautiful ring that I wanted. I thought it was like, it wasn't expensive, but it was the most beautiful ring I've ever seen. So we decided to take a trip to the mall. We go to the mall. We go into the jewelry store that I saw it at, and he buys this ring for me. And again, I thought it was gorgeous. However, that day was good until later, you know, when we got home. Basically, you know, he was like, when I first met him, he was, you know how there's this person that you build yourself up, like, is this fairy tale man that you, yeah, well, I thought he was the fairy tale man, but in all actuality, he was not a fairy tale man. He, you know, he would, you know, we would go out to dinner. We would, you know, we would do things with the kids, and, you know, we had a lot of fun together. But I didn't know that he was a possessive person. I didn't know that he was not only possessive, that, you know, he had, you know, he was really mean. He was mean and surly. You know, we had been together for a while, and you know, you would notice that, you would know sometimes that he would, you know, say things out of the way, but you know, you never really paid out attention when you like really love somebody. However, you know, it became more intense, and you know, not just towards me, but I noticed, you know, also towards the kids as well. So you never really think to get out right away. You know, you always think that, you know, you're going to change this person, that you're going to, that, you know, although they've had some difficulties in their past, that you know, that you can help them through this. You're going to love them, and no matter what, you know, no matter what happens. But, you know, that day never came. It seemed like he got meaner and meaner daily. If, you know, if you're out too long, then that was an issue. If you didn't call and say where you were going, that was an issue. I could be with my mom and we could be out, that was an issue. If it was too long. If the kids did something that was out of line, that was an issue. It began to escalate to the point where, you know, it was physical, to the point where he actually pulled a gun on me and tried to kill me. Yeah, he did. He did. That's why I want to get rid of this ring, because that night was the scariest night that ever happened to me in my life. And if it wasn't for God, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be here. What happened was, I was texting one of my friends, you know, and I was, it was something that was pretty innocent. I don't remember what the text message was per se. And I came home and I went to bed, and he was thrumming through my phone. And, you know, I wake up, and, you know, he's accusing me of all kind of stuff. And, you know, he already came home. He had way too much to drink. And and my sons, they were upstairs. And my daughters, they wasn't home at the time. You know, it became a shoving match. It went from shoving to hitting, from, you know, and to escalating to him actually putting a gun in my face. What happened was, you know, I was smart enough to pick up the phone, and I said that my daughter, you know, that, you know, I was calling my daughter or whatever. And what I actually did was I dialed 911. And, you know, I kind of let them listen in a little bit, and I told them, you know, while they were asking me what was going on, I was telling them, you know, acting like I was talking to my daughter. And, you know, after that, I said, well, I'm going to have to call you back, because, you know, I just have to call you back. And I hung up the phone. Well, I thought I hung up the phone anyway. What I did was I just pushed the phone under the bed with my foot. So, so they can kind of listen in and hear. And, you know, actually I hung up the phone. I take that back. I hung up the phone. They called back and I said yes. And I called my daughter's name. And they said, are you in trouble? And I was like, yes. And, you know, they ask you certain things. And, you know, you have to, you know, go through with that. However, you know, I was able to, you know, just to make enough noise just for them, you know, to come and for them, you know, enough for the boys to hear me. And by the grace of God, you know, while he was sitting there with the gun in my face, they knocked on the door because I know that night I was out of here. I thought I was out of here, and there was nothing that I could do about it. And my kids were going to be motherless. And so by me pawning this ring, I'm saying goodbye to my past.
Okay, so